your girl Shalae, and I'm back today with another video. In today's video, we're going to discuss all things EBT. I'm talking about summer pandemic EBT, farm bill, disaster snap, new proposals, and more. So if you want to know what is going on in the lovely world of EBT, you already know what to do. Stay tuned. Your girl's got you covered. Now, before we go ahead and get started, I read a lot of your comments underneath my videos where many of you have commented that you are experiencing financial anxiety. And the financial anxiety isn't necessarily due to the lack of money. It's for the unknown. Your kids have a summer camp here, a dinner with friends there, a car breakdown popping up. It's just life doing what life does. That's why I wanted to share an app with you called EarnIn. EarnIn allows for you to access your money as you work up to $100 a day instead of having you wait for a paycheck on a bi-weekly or monthly schedule. Because we all know that life doesn't happen bi-weekly, and neither should your payday. EarnIn helps make everyday payday so you can keep moving no matter what life throws your way. All you have to do is download the app and add your bank and employment information. It really does seem too good to be true, but EarnIn is out here giving you access to your pay, especially with no strings attached, interest, or dings to your credit. And that's what we need in this economy, a company that can provide relief today while helping us reach our long-term financial goals. If you would like to get paid today, download the app and access up to $100 a day from your pay. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started with the states that have been approved for the summer pandemic EBT for this school year. Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Mariana Islands, Colorado, DC, Georgia, Hawaii, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Nebraska, Nevada, New Jersey, New Mexico, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Puerto Rico, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Tennessee, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, West Virginia, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. Now remember, the summer pandemic EBT is $40 per month for the next 3 months, so it's $120 per child. But in order for you to receive that amount of money, you do have to have the free or reduced lunch application on file before the close of the school year. So if you have not done so, please make sure that you have completed your child's free or school lunch paperwork before the school year ends to receive the summer pandemic EBT. Next, we're going to go ahead and talk about which states were approved for pandemic EBT for this school year. That's right, 2022 through 2023. Remember, this is the last school year that you can receive the benefits because there's no longer a pandemic. All right, the following states have been approved with the payout dates. Alabama will issue benefits from February through June. Arizona will pay out March and in May. California will begin issuing in June and end in July. Delaware will pay out May and July. DC, June. Georgia will pay out in June and end in September. Hawaii will pay out in 2 separate payments. Indiana will pay out in late April and then late May. Kansas will pay out in July or August. Kentucky will begin issuing benefits in June and end in July. Louisiana will issue benefits in late July. Massachusetts will issue benefits in May and August. Minnesota will issue benefits in July, as well as they will issue them through September. Nebraska will pay out in May and July. New Hampshire will issue them in June. Michigan will pay out in April, May, and June. Nevada will issue beginning in July through September. New Jersey will pay out in February and end in July. New Mexico will begin in April and end September 30th. North Carolina will begin in February and end in July. North Dakota will issue benefits on June 15th. Ohio, June 10th. Oklahoma, July 1st. Pennsylvania will pay out beginning in May and end in July. Rhode Island will begin in March and then end in July. Tennessee will pay out in April and June. Virginia will begin issuing benefits in March through September. Vermont will begin issuing benefits in April through early September. And then Wisconsin will begin issuing benefits in March and end in July. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and kick things off at the White House, where President Joe Biden is open to tougher work requirements for food stamps in the debt ceiling talks with Republicans. So President Joe Biden is leaving the door open to stricter work requirements for federal aid, including food stamps, to get the support of Republicans in Congress to raise the debt ceiling as the president and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, they prepare to reconvene today at the White House. So Biden said, speaking to reporters on Sunday in Delaware, he noted that as a senator, he did vote for tougher aid programs that's in the law now. When asked whether he is open to Republicans' debt ceiling proposals for tougher work requirements, he said, look, for Medicaid, this is a different story, Biden said, ruling out changes to the health care program for low-income Americans. He said, and so I'm waiting to hear what their exact proposal is. So he is open to their proposal. Now, this bill would make it harder for states to exempt its residents from work and job training requirements in order to receive STAMP benefits. Republicans have also proposed less flexibility for states to administer the TANF program and a requirement that Medicaid recipients participate in working related activities for at least 80 hours a month. So I'm interested to see, once again, they are meeting today. I'm sure the information or what was proposed at the meeting will be out tomorrow on Wednesday. But now, according to House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, he states that right now the White House and the Republicans are far apart on their negotiations. So I'm going to be interested to see how this plays out tomorrow and what comes in the news. Let me know, what do you think about working 80 hours a month? All right, so speaking of more proposals and legislation, let's go ahead and go on to Congressman Jim Costa introduces legislation to expand SNAP benefits for college students. So 117 other members of Congress introduced legislation to address the growing crisis of food insecurity among college students. The Enhanced Access to SNAP Act of 2023, or EATS Act of 2023, expands the SNAP eligibility to millions of college students experiencing hunger daily. So we know on June 11th that if college students right now are receiving food stamps, they will be eligible for 1 full year. But if they don't get those applications in prior to June 11th, they will now have to abide by the new requirements for SNAP eligibility for college students. Burdensome work for food rules unfairly restrict access to SNAP for students and impede student learning, health, and stability, while temporary statutory authority created public health emergency exemptions to the general SNAP college student eligibility provisions. Those exemptions have expired. So college students all across the nation, they're going hungry, they're skipping meals, they can't even afford to make ends meet. It's unacceptable. No student should have to choose between food and their textbooks, according to Jim Costa. Our legislation eliminates barriers and expands SNAP eligibility for college students so they get the nutrition needed to be successful. Now, this EATS Act would give states and campuses a critical tool to fight student hunger by expanding eligibility for SNAP benefits, also known as CalFresh, on a permanent basis. The California community colleges are pleased to support this measure and look forward to working with congressional leaders to ensure its passage, because hunger should not be an impediment to any student's ability to attend and succeed in college. And I agree wholeheartedly, guys. 100%. I remember when I was in college, I applied for food stamps and they stated I did not qualify because I was a student. So the fact that now there's different proposals for this, I think it works. Let me know, do you have children that are in college and receiving aid? Were you able to receive aid when you were in college? All right, so let's go ahead and move on, where we are headed to Michigan. What up, Big Gretch? Where you got a Senator Debbie is now pushing back against calls for Republicans to change the food and drink eligibilities for SNAP in the upcoming 2023 Farm Bill. Now, the latest push for some GOP lawmakers is to eliminate certain junk food like candy, salty processed snacks as from the SNAP program. There also have been calls to restrict people from buying sugary soft drinks. I talked about this earlier in the week as well. I understand what folks are saying, but restricting choices has never worked other than a bunch of bureaucracy and a lot of taxpayer money, a lot of debates about what's a soft drink. So now Debbie says the government is better off by creating incentives to promote healthy eating and enhancing SNAP education programs. The latest farm bill we know is expected to be finalized this fall, but my goodness, guys, this farm bill, it is going to be one for the books. I am interested to see what's going to happen. What do you think about removing soft drinks and sugary food from SNAP benefits? Do we even care or not? Alrighty, and for the last story, guys, we are headed to Oklahoma, where don't forget, if you were affected in the storms on April 19th and 20th, then you are eligible for replacement benefits for the food loss. So usually SNAP customers have 10 calendar days to request a replacement of SNAP benefits. Affected households in the 5 identified counties must submit a request for destroyed food replacement form by May 19th. Recipients who have lost their food benefit card can request a replacement card online by contacting Conduit at 888-328-6551. Those in need of food assistance, of course, you can now apply for SNAP online. Those unable to complete the application online can also call 405-522-5050 to make an application by proxy over the phone. And that's it, guys. This is what we have going on in the world of EBT. Let me know which story was your favorite. If you would like to get paid today, download the EarnIn app and access up to $100 a day from your pay. And as always, please like, comment, subscribe, and I will talk to you later, Gator. Bye, guys.